say heavy, I zoom on the pride of my people already. Them I say any, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the 49ers, all that and more, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the
boys make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment. Told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up. I cannot quit it. I need it. I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting. I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears.
tunnel vision, block opinions, and I can give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gardner and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so. And now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And to your point, we have to remember the Baltimore Ravens history starts in 1996. Move from Cleveland. Since then, they've won the Super Bowl twice, number 47, as you mentioned, and also Super Bowl 35 in Tampa over the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 8th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era, no doubt. They look to claim their 6th title, which would tie them with the Pats and Steelers for most ever.
And they've been really close in recent years. They were in this game just 3 seasons ago, Super Bowl 54 in Miami. Had the lead in the 4th quarter against Kansas City, but watched it slip away. And how about last year? Lost a 4th quarter lead to the Rams in the NFC title game.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey, and he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lance going to hold on to it, and he is going to lose yardage here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Able to find Gray here. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Hit and dropped behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. They throw it out right complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 0-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They go play action with Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Down. Here's Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. From the 29, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Lance gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Lance now to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Lance again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Lance going to try to throw for this. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 51 yards. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Lance's throw caught by Gray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Lance looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Right side, and he finds Gray. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more second half of football, and they can do exactly that.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From midfield, here's Lance. Hard throw, incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's going to have the Niners 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Ravens 31-yard line.
Here we go. Back. Hey, check mega. Check you.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge.
The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
The kick by Gold is good. And that will tie our score at 14. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Drake Jackson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Taken in at the 22. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On the stop, it was Mike Hughes.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have the Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. To throw again is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Here's Sean Bateman from 19 yards away. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now play fake. Lance. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from hard. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Flush to his right. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Ravens have got it. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The defense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing now is Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Desperation time here. Lance able to find Gray here. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Lance now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they'll go for it. Lance. Flushed out right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. To throw, it's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go, set. Green back.
Here's Lance to throw it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
13.
On third down, Jackson. And that's incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Now I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know, the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The slot man in motion right. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Strike 60. 10 cycles. Black Ultra.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Lance looking to throw it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not 100% play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.